What is up? What is up? And I'm sorry if y'all could see, my eye is all types of messed up right now. And literally, it's because of the light. The more I think about it, my eyes end up getting watery, like how it is right now. But we still are on this coding grind. And I have like this light on my TV right here to try to get my lighting right. So that messing up my eye completely, literally completely. But we are finally back after receiving my certification. I am going to be making a YouTube video on that later tonight, just because, and I know most of y'all saw the post, but just because that could reach, a new, broader audience of people who, want to get their certification to show that I did end up doing it and stuff like that. Where that video is going to be a lot more, descriptive than a YouTube post. But thank y'all for definitely, liking it up, commenting it up on that YouTube post. That was amazing. But today, y'all, now we're starting something different. Now the grind is to end up getting the JavaScript certification. But at first, we're going to be relearning JavaScript from scratch. So there is going to be a lot of note taking. I'm going to see if I could try and make that part entertaining, because a lot of it, which I already have so much notes. Like this is my JavaScript notebook, and this is like just minimum of the notes that I have. Like there's so much more. I was like, please don't flip to a page that's blank, but there's just so much more notes. And it's crazy that I took all those damn notes and I don't know how to use my own logic. So I'm thinking, you know what, Free Code Camp must have really been holding my hand. I'm going to need to go a different route and go for the Odin Project. Damn, my eye hurts so bad, bro. So let's already just jump right into it and let's learn from the Odin Project. Now, I haven't obviously took the HTML, intermediate HTML or CSS, or took anything here. But I refuse to take this because I basically just got my certification for this one. So I'm just going to immediately jump into JavaScript. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think I should just like start with the introduction, or should I just immediately get into organizing JavaScript? I mean, if I'm relearning, I guess we could start with the introduction. So this is going to be scary. This is going to be scary, y'all. I'm petrified, but I guess you're all like coming along with me. Very much supportive. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button. I will be learning JavaScript from scratch with the ultimate goal to get my certification and to eventually get into freelance work. So JavaScript, oh my goodness, bro. I'm not even sick and I don't even know why my nose is stuffy. Maybe I am sick. Maybe it's allergies. JavaScript is the future of the web, but more and more of logic is making its way to the client side in order to facilitate lightning fast user experiences. JavaScript is even moving to the server side of Node.js. That's why in this course we'll be diving deep into it to make sure you come out with a good understanding of how it works. You've already completed the foundations course, right? Good, because now we'll move at warp speed into new frontiers. This section will cover a lot of ground and your brain may melt down a few times, but don't worry, that's just flesh wound. Patch her up and keep going. Okay, whatever. I thought we were getting into something there. How is this course set up? So we got the Ruby track. It starts with a deeper look at the basics, but the Ruby programming course did with Ruby, or like the Ruby programming course. You don't need to have completed the Ruby. Whoa, I gotta just read slow. You don't need to have completed the Ruby programming course or the Ruby on Rails course to understand these basics. Okay, thanks. So it starts with a deep look at JavaScript's code, organization, and basic computer science concepts, finishing with primer on creating and using a test suite for your project. We won't be focusing deeply on the really basic coding items, so it will move quickly. Fly in my face. You should, however, already have completed the foundations course. Okay. The last thing you'll do in this project, which integrates everything you've learned so far, in all of the course curriculum, this is the kind of project that you'll consider including in your portfolio as an example to demonstrate your web development skills. There's a lot to cover, but this course has been broken up into bite-sized lessons. Oh my god, my eye hurts so bad, bro. I think I'm gonna have to get a rag. And they're accompanying projects. These projects will give you a chance to apply what you have learned to show what you were capable of. After a few of them, you'll really start getting a hang of this. So in each lesson, we will introduce the topic briefly and provide you a list of things you should pay attention to. You will be asked to do readings, watch videos, do online courses, or other consume content to initially learn the material. Every few lessons, you will be asked to build a larger project. Finally, we'll include supplement resources and other potentially useful tidbits at the end of each lesson. I'm actually petrified. Is there anyone who has actually, did this? Like, I'm scared. Okay. What? I thought that was the introduction. So this course assumes that you've got the, okay. Running through part 1 is a great idea for a refresher on the syntax. If you want a quick reference to skim, try, blah, blah, blah. So they're basically telling me to get the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Well, let me see. If the first thing that they show me looks a little bit more difficult, then maybe I will go to here first. But try not to worry too much about forgetting past material after not using them for a while. As you progress through the curriculum, you will almost certainly find yourself needing to look up topics covered in there. Okay, so I like how they're giving us like a lot of reassurance. jQuery. Before we pass on, a note about jQuery. We occasionally get questions about why we don't include jQuery in our curriculum. jQuery was very popular in the past, but has fallen out. Okay. So, okay, got a quick web search. Bam, we're done. On to the next lesson. Damn, how long does it take? You know what? We're good. Organizing your code, your JavaScript code. Can I change? Oh, I thought that was saying change that. One of the most daunting parts of JavaScript is learning how to organize your code. It's overwhelming. So in the beginning, great things. For example, if you want to make a button for your web page, do something, you could set that up in a couple of lines. However, as your program becomes more complex, it could become hard to maintain unless you take care of your organize your code. Okay, so the patterns we'll be covering are plain old JavaScript constructors, factory functions, classes, ES6 models. Going through, we'll get a chance for prototypes. Okay, yeah, so I understood. And then watch me be like, what the hell are we doing? And it's because I skimmed through the introduction. I'm scared. So, oh no, they do have an exercise for me, y'all. I'm gonna die. Alright, so this obviously doesn't look like what I thought it was gonna look. So, in our JavaScript Fundamentals course, oh wait, they have a JavaScript Fundamentals course? I thought they were just saying, hon, how do I get to that? How do I get to that then? Because I thought they were saying something else. Where the hell is the fundamentals? Oh. Hold on, I might need to come here instead. My bad, y'all. I sat there reading for fucking... I don't mean to swear, but I sat here reading for dumb long for no reason. I was in the wrong spot. If you're new here, man, hit that sub button. I'm trying to learn JavaScript to eventually get my certification, to eventually end up getting into web development. So in the previous sections, you learned how to structure web pages with HTML and style with CSS. So in this section, we'll focus on the fundamentals of JavaScript. So this section contains a general overview of topics that you will learn in this lesson. So running JavaScript code using HTML5, declaring variables with let and const, which I'm used to, performing number operations. I tried getting into that. Same thing with string operations and using logical mathematical operators. So all of JavaScript will be writing in the majority of Foundations course will run via the browser. Later lessons in Foundations and Node.js path will show you how to run JavaScript outside the browser. This means that you will let the browser execute our code even if it comes from a file we created. Outside of these lessons, for now, you should always default to running your JavaScript in the browser unless otherwise specified. Otherwise, you may run into unexpected errors. The simplest way to get started is to create an HTML file with the JavaScript code inside of it. Use the VS Code snippet to create the basic HTML element. Okay, that's simple. So save and open the file up in the web browser. I'm pretty sure I understand that. Live preview extension, console.log. So is this where it finally starts? How to run JavaScript. So does it finally start with variables? There are building blocks of any program you could think of. Variables are storage containers for data to your code. And honestly, I think I need to get into this. This might be exactly where it's at. Is this free code camp? No, this is the Odin Project. It says, which platform are you currently using? Kindly advise. Yes, this is the Odin Project, and it basically, what the Odin Project does is that it gives you great examples and great definitions for, certain things, and then eventually they give you like an assignment for you to work on your own, or example things for you to work on your own, and then towards the end, you get projects. So I'm starting in the beginning spot because I have to reteach myself, and I'm trying to learn from scratch. I heard the Odin Project is great when it comes to learning JavaScript because they don't hold your hand. Free Code Camp kind of holds your hand, so what I'm going to do with the Odin Project is just learn as much as I can while also doing it on my own, and then I'm going to jump the Free Code Camp when I feel like I got a better understanding, get that certification over there. But right now, this is the Odin Project, so if you're new here, man, hit that sub button. I will literally be just straight up learning on live. So I know that may be a little bit kind of boring, but I think, if you guys are currently learning yourselves, learn with me, learn side by side. Let's do this together. Hit that subscribe button. I also have YouTube videos right now. One of them talking about how I got my first certification in responsive web design. And then I have a whole series of me dealing with a mock client, which is a barber. So I'm making a barber website, and I've been slacking on filming it, but I should be having enough videos coming out this week. Probably gonna do 3 videos a week, honestly, on that barbershop series, and then we're gonna end up finishing that website, and we're gonna keep going. So it's a pretty cool channel. I've been documenting my journey since I've been learning how to code since 3 months ago. So I have a video from day 0 all the way to day 100 and something now, because it's been 3 months and some change. So this channel has honestly been amazing. So definitely hit that subscribe button. It provides lots of content throughout the week. It says, hey, a lot of people are saying front-end jobs are going to be replaced by AI. Is it true? Should I learn front-end or not? I currently think it depends on how you go about it. I don't think AI is going to be completely taking over soon. I think it's definitely going to take some time for AI to even take over. But then number 2, I don't really like the terms take over, because I think with AI, especially front-end jobs, it's going to need somebody to lead it. Even right now, if you ask ChatGPT or any AI type of thing to write code, they fumble after they get past a certain length. That is it's not even close to being able to do the beginning stuff yet. So it's kind of I would probably say AI isn't going to take over, but also learn how to work with AI when it does come to that point. When AI does start to really step in and starts getting better, AI is going to need a controller. AI isn't going to know how to create for a client, right? For instance, AI doesn't have the creative control that a human does. So when a client comes and is like, AI, I want this here, this here, this here, AI is going to probably be able to get it to look right, but it will never get the actual design that client wants, which is where a human will come in, and they should be able to hop in that code and make it look exactly like how that client would want it. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say basically front end definitely isn't going to be replaced, but just know what you need to learn to be able to get in front end. But that's another thing too. It's at least for me, I'm not shooting for a front end job. I'm actually shooting for front end freelance work. I want to just work on my own and making people websites that are not smaller, but the people that aren't gonna pay a bunch of money to make a website, because let's say they're a barber, right? They're not gonna go pay thousands of dollars over here to get a website. They're probably gonna let me make them one for $150 or less, $50. So I feel like that's my goal. But I don't think AI is gonna take our jobs. I think we just need to learn how to work with them. But yes, exactly. It says a person who knows AI will take our jobs. Exactly. So that's why I feel like we should be dabbling in there. No, this is the Odin Project. This is the Odin Project. I'm not gonna get into free code camp until I get a little bit better with the Odin Project here. So I already know these things here. I just wanted to get the basis of this here, because I always wondered what the variables were. So yeah, no, this is the Odin Project. So we got variables here. So this is their goal. So the goal is to store information. That makes that feel so much better, because I never knew what they were. So you can declare variables using let. Let's try it now. No pun intended. Okay, well, they did it. What will the console.log try it out? I mean, try it out where? They want me to try it out in my VS Code? The heck? I mean, I already know what's going to end up coming out. It's just going to say John Doe. So I don't really need to try that out. You can also reassign variables. So let age equal 11, age 54. Yeah, I already understand this. So CSS feels like a total mess to me. I've been learning and practicing for 2 weeks, but I keep encountering new concepts and contradictions. I'm so confused about how selectors are actually used. I would say when it comes to CSS, I feel like in the beginning that is kind of normally what happens. It's and it still even happens to this day sometimes for me. I still sometimes can't even understand the difference between padding and margin, but like I know what they do, but it's like I just don't know the difference. It's like to me it's like the same thing, and so I'm like, damn, which one am I supposed to be doing? So it's like I feel like CSS is definitely a mess. And I've heard someone who's been coding for like 10 years, they're like sometimes they still need help a lot when it comes to CSS because CSS is really it's something else. Um but I would say, are you learning like on Free Code Camp? And when you are learning, are you taking notes and are you doing things on your own? Well, you said you were doing things on your own. You've been practicing for 2 weeks. Yeah, I remember the beginning days when I started. That was terrible. And it still kind of sucks now, I'm not even gonna lie. I've completed HTML and CSS in a week. Now moving towards JavaScript. Hey, that's what's up, bro. That is what's up. That is what's up. Because my thing is too, like, I know if I go to the JavaScript Free Code Camp lessons, I know that I could get my certification like this. Because Free Code Camp is so easy to, like, run through the lessons. Because even though I don't even know JavaScript, I feel like it holds your hand so much that you could write JavaScript code without even knowing it because they hold your hand. So it's like if I really wanted to, I know I could get the JavaScript Free Code Camp course certification, but that's why I stopped learning because I was like, oh hell no! I was like, I need to actually learn what the hell I'm doing. Like, it's not about just getting the certification. Let me know what I'm actually doing, and that's what I did with CSS and HTML first. With CSS and HTML first, I made sure that I knew it, and then that's when I started just jumping through the lessons, like how you guys saw with me on live. So, Ferris, make sure you're actually understanding because it's easy to just go through it. I'm sure you know. I'm sure you know. So now we're seeing reassigning variables. So you do let age equal 11, which I already know about this as well, but since we're technically starting from the beginning, I have to just take the note just so I could get myself a little bit to understand. And then so this would end up closing this out, and then you could reassign here. I'm gonna draw an arrow by doing age again equals 54. But that is so dope, bro. Congratulations, man. I completed it as well. So that's great. We both got our certifications. That is so dope. So notice the lack of let on line 4. We don't need it since the variable has already been declared. So we're going to put lack of let. You said I've already created YouTube using HTML and CSS. I guess I'm fine to move to JavaScript. All right, so then that's good. That's good. But I wasn't talking about HTML and CSS, though, because I feel like HTML and CSS, you could run through that course and you will definitely learn. But I'm talking about with JavaScript. But I'm sure you got it. JavaScript is not that deep. It's not that deep. But I'm sure you got it. So I'll say lack of let. We don't need it since the variable. If you're new here, man, we are literally learning JavaScript from scratch. I've been documenting my journey since day 0, which was 3 months ago. So if you ever check my YouTube channel out, I have videos worth from 3 months ago all the way to now, posted almost every single day. And then I go live every single day. So definitely tune into my lives. If you can't stick around now, hit that subscribe button. You could definitely catch the next one that will be coming out tomorrow. As of right now, we are on the Odin Project. We are taking some notes and I'm trying to conversate with y'all. So make sure y'all end up leaving comments a lot in the comments, because since I'm taking notes, it could kind of be like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So definitely leave some questions, ask anything, whatever y'all want to talk about, definitely leave it down below in the comment section. That'll be pretty dope. Has already been, so we don't need the let variable because, or at least for line 4, because it's already been assigned. So that's good, which I already figured. It's already been I said designed, assigned. So we're getting the basics in, but what if we don't want it to happen? It says, when do your live streams begin? Normally, I live stream around 12 p.m. EST, which would be an hour before this time. But when it comes to my days off or just random days that I'm probably not working, I'll stream a little bit later in the day. So it's kind of hard for me to say, but I'll probably say from Wednesday to Saturday, or Wednesday to Sunday, I stream at 12 p.m. EST, which is an hour before this time. You said I got friends of mine, they're web developers for like 6 years. They say backend is easier than front end. Oh yeah, a lot of people actually, well, not a lot of people. I say some people like their interpretations are different. I feel like for me, front end definitely has been feeling way easier. I tried learning back end. I want to say back when I went to college for a semester, I was learning by myself as well outside of college, and back end was difficult to me at least. So it really just depends on who you are, what's easier, what's not. Declared earlier, and we're just reassigning it here. So reassigning is cool and all, but what if you don't want it to happen? For example, might have a constant PI, which will never need to be reassigned. We can also accomplish this using const, which I already know that. So you can't reassign const though. So wouldn't the output just be 3.14? An error is thrown. Okay, yes, I was gonna say you can't reassign const, which I already know that, but just because we're starting from the beginning, let me take a note. Can't reassign const. So in summary, there are two ways to declare a variable, which let can be reassigned and const, which can't be reassigned. So there is also a third way, which is var, which is the original way variables were declared in JavaScript. Var is similar to let this way, but it has other quirks that were cleared up when the language introduced let and const by the large. So I'm probably never going to use var. So how long have we been on stream for? We've been on here for only 22 minutes. Damn, I felt like I've just been doing a bunch. Maybe not. Maybe not. Make sure y'all end up hitting that subscribe button, man. Learning JavaScript is hell. But I have this series on my channel about making websites, making barbershop websites. So make sure y'all end up hitting that sub button. Okay. So it says, however, you will likely come across code which uses var at some point. Okay, so numbers. Numbers are building blocks of programming logic. In fact, it's hard to think of any useful programming task that doesn't involve at least a little basic math. So knowing how numbers work is obviously quite important. Luckily, it's also fairly straightforward. If you went to school, you likely not find the concept too difficult to grasp. For example, the mathematical expression 3 plus 2 minus 76 times 1 plus 1 is also valid JavaScript if you put that into a console log. So I gotta start my high school in accounting degree. I would do coding part-time, maybe full-time to earn. Oh yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope, bro. That would be super, super dope if you did that. So it says it would evaluate the expression output in the correct number. So try it. Oh gosh, y'all, we have an assignment. So I'm assuming they want me to write this in my VS Code. It actually would have been nice if they could put like a little coding thing in here. So they got knowledge checks. Okay. That's pretty cool. This is pretty damn cool. So I guess we're going to be trying doing this. So it's like add two numbers together in your script, type it in console log. Running, you should get this, or this should log 120. Do the same thing, but add 6 different numbers together. Now log the value of the following expression, 4 plus 6 plus 9, divided by 77. The console should log approximately this. Let's use some variables. Okay, so let's get into this. So we're actually going to do these assignments. I just don't know how I want to show y'all. Like, do I just end up showing y'all my code, or should I, at this point, like, how am I going to do this? Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to end up showing y'all my code. So real quick, I know it disappeared. Give me a second. I'm going to go and open that up. We're going to open this up. And I'm going to have to go to my practice files, because I do have a practice file where I just do my practice stuff in there if I want. I was actually just practicing, making a button work. So let me go here, and I'm going to have to open up a new source. Do I want to do browser source, window capture? I think I'm going to have to do share monitor for this one. Screen capture, or maybe screen capture. So we're going to add this source, and we're going to try and get this. Perfect. Oh, damn, but they made it dummy big. Hold on, y'all. I think what I'm going to do is just put it over. Trying to make this fit. I know it might look ugly for the time being, but we got to do what we got to do. Let me try to lower that down. That looks better. I know it probably looks crazy. I'm so sorry, y'all. This looks nuts, but I gotta practice. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button, man. We are definitely going to be learning JavaScript, and I know that we got this in the bag. So they want me to do something with, let's do the first one, add two numbers together, like 23 plus 29, which, 97, which should log 120, so we're going to go console.log, and what were the numbers again? I think it's 23 plus 97, so does that immediately just work? Does that immediately just work? Sorry, y'all don't gotta see this. So where's my console? How do I check again? Oh, my console's here. All right, perfect. We got 120. That worked. Now on to the next. We got to start with the next lesson. What else do they want me to do? So now it says do the same thing but add 6 different numbers together. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna keep that number. We're gonna go 100 up in here. We're gonna do 500. I just want to see like how much. I wouldn't even know what this would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's do plus 2. All right, let's see what that ends up being. I would need to probably get my damn calculator to see if that worked, but I'm sure it did. 1,722. Okay. Oh, I'm stupid. Y'all can't even see the module pop up. Oh my goodness, the way my screen is, this is absurd. You know what? Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is, hold on. I'm probably gonna make a different source, and I think I am gonna have it to where it just shares what the hell I have on my screen. So that could be easier. I'm just gonna share whatever the hell is on my screen, so y'all could see everything that I'm doing. Hopefully I don't click anything like my Gmail or something. I'm gonna try and open this up. Damn, my eye hurts, bro. This hurts so bad. It hurts so damn bad. Okay, this is kind of crazy. Can we please chop this down? I don't know why it's like being so damn big. It's being big bodied right now. Alright, so we're going to grab this. Oops. Shrink that up. Probably shrink it up to here. And then we're going to shrink this up to here. Alright, that should be good. So now y'all can see everything on my screen, right? Y'all can see everything on my screen. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, my phone. Damn, my stream is so far behind. But alright. So now let me go back here real quick. So it says 1,722. That is great. So now what is the next goal? It says now I should log 4 plus this. And the console should approximately get that. So I'm going to do this. Copy and paste because we are devs. And let's log this up in there. Also, I didn't even know you could put parentheses inside of there. That's pretty damn sick. I had no clue. Oh my goodness. So wait, what is the answer supposed to be? Oh, yep, that's exactly what that is. What's up, Med? What's up, Med? How are you, man? So, okay, so now we got that. Now let's look at, oops. So now let's look at another. So now it says, let's use some variables. Wait, is it popping up on here? No, it's not. Oh, it is. So, real quick, add the statement to the script. So let A equal 10. Okay, we got this, y'all. We got this. Let A equal 10. So let A equal 10. Oops, that's not 10. Like, what the hell? Do we need a semicolon? And then below it, add console log A. When you run this, it should say 10. Okay, yeah, I figured that. We already know all this, but the good thing is like you feel kind of achieved for the day. What's up, Alan? Says, do you think there is an afterlife? 100%. I believe in Jesus. 100%. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe he's the way, the truth, the life. I believe you gotta believe in him to get to heaven. 100%. So you got 10. Okay, so that ended up working out. All glory to God. That's why I say that every time. Once I got my certification, glory to God. Because without him, it's not possible. So below it, add this. We already did that. So afterwards, reassign A with a different value. Okay, so now we want to reassign A. We got this. So wait, but do I reassign after I declare? Or do I reassign before? Do I reassign before or after? Okay, before. Wait, is it? Yeah, okay. Oof, I should have just did it. So then A is going to equal We're gonna fix that to 20. It says, what is your honest advice for learning web development from scratch? What is the average number of hours you recommend for learning and practicing the concepts in projects? Honestly, I feel like I could probably answer that question better when I actually learn JavaScript. But for me at least, I don't really have like an average of what you should do because I only have, since I work so much, I only have like an hour every day to learn and put my time to projects, put my time into stuff like that. So I think you can learn with whatever time you have, just as long as you're learning key principles. That's why I always tell people to move at your pace, because my pace is going to be different from, like, look, as we're looking up there, like Ferris was able to get his certification in a week. For me, it took me, I want to say, like a month, like adding everything together, because I stopped doing it after a while. But I would say it probably took me in total like a month or two. But it's different for people because he probably is more, well, I'm not gonna assume, but I was assuming that he's probably more free. If he's not, then my bad, Ferris. But I was thinking that maybe he was more free, he probably has more time in his day to be able to do those things. So it's not because Ferris was able to complete it because Ferris was either smarter or Ferris was, he knows the concepts, he understood it better. It's like, no, Ferris was probably able to complete it just because he had more time in his day. So it's like, I would probably say, the more time that you have in your day dedicated to coding. I like what Alan said, 3 hours of DSA, 3-hour project per day. That's actually pretty good. But for me, I'm still learning and I'm only giving it an hour and 30 minutes every day. So it really just comes down to what you learn, how you get into it, knowing what you need to learn, and just learning, making projects, doing what you got to do, right? But I wouldn't give a time limit because I'm learning too, and I only can do an hour every day. So now we're doing console.log A, so that should be 20. So now what? Now add the bottom to the script. Does it still show the old number 10 since that was a reassign? So let me see. Is this supposed to show 10 or is it supposed to show 20? Mine shows 20. So log A again afterwards and it show. Oh, okay. It's because I put it before, but my bad. So they basically wanted me to do this. Hold on. They basically wanted me to do this. Copy that. Paste that here. And then console.log here. Something like that. And then, okay. So now they want me to do, now add the bottom of the script, let b equals 7 times 8. But at the bottom of the script. What do they mean at the bottom? Do they mean like under? So like put it here. And then they want me to do console.log. And then they want me to do B, it should log the result. 7 multiplied by whatever you reassign A with. Okay, so then let's paste. Oh wait, oops. So wait a second. I'm doing console.log what? Oh, log B. Okay, just B. My bad. B, close that out. Bam. Let's go and see if that ended up working. Is it 140? So we're doing 20. So that'll be 20 times 7. Is that what I did? Oh yeah, that'll be 20 times 7 equals B. So yeah, that makes sense. That looks good. All right, so on to the next. It says you can hold down Alt on a line and press up and down arrows to move it instead of cutting and pasting. You can hold down Alt on a line and press up to move it instead. Wait, what? Hold on Alt on a line. Oh, I thought you were telling me about highlighting. I don't know, bro. I'm lost. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button, bro. We are literally learning JavaScript from scratch. We are practicing, trying to get our JavaScript down pat, and then we are also trying to make sure we could get this certification in the future. So definitely let's do it. Try the sequence. Declare a const variable max with 57. Okay, so I'm assuming they want me to erase everything. Wait, what though? We're going to erase all of this. Just in case, let's erase all of that. Oh, what the hell? Why is Siri listening to me? Back up. So we're going to erase all of that. Now we need to declare a const variable a max. So we got this. So const max. Now I don't know if they wanted to have a value. with the value of 57. Honestly, I completely forgot how to make a value. I think it's this. Max value of 57. Next, declare another const variable, which will be actual, and assign it max minus 13. Okay, so then now we got another const variable called actual, which will equal max minus 13, it says. Max minus 13. Okay, declare another const variable percentage and assign it. Okay, so we got this. Now we're doing const percentage equals max, I think, divided by actual. Divided by actual, or that's probably the opposite way around. Yes, I'm an idiot. I'm not dumb. I gotta stop saying that. Someone told me to stop saying that, so I gotta stop saying that. Oh, you know what? I didn't even know. I just saw something that was super damn dope. I didn't even know when you hover over it, it tells you what you declared it. Says, what do you think of Trump's policy? Honestly, I don't pay attention to politics. He said, what is your favorite NBA team? My favorite NBA team, oh, okay. But my favorite NBA team is the Warriors. I love Stephen Curry. That's my guy. But yeah, no, I don't really pay attention to politics. I don't know what the hell be going on. I just honestly think, like, out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to worry about what the hell is going on in the world, so I just don't pay attention. Says, do you have any strategic way to minimize the overwhelm and stay consistent and motivated to code? The only way for me to stay consistent and motivated to code truly is me making content, because I keep telling y'all I'm gonna go live. It makes me go live. Because I keep telling y'all I'm gonna post a video, it makes me post a video. So it's like, I feel like me staying consistent truly comes down to the fact that I am a content creator. If I didn't do this on YouTube whatsoever, I probably wouldn't stay as consistent whatsoever. No, I wouldn't say it's because he's handsome. No, I think it's because he's a 3-point shooter. He goes crazy with the shot. What are you talking about? And that's why I like Curry. I don't care what the hell he looked like. I like Jared McCain too. Jared McCain, I hope he ends up healing and he comes out and he becomes goated like he was before. Poor dude. And then you said another strategic way to minimize the overwhelm. Do you mean like the overwhelmingness and like the stressfulness? I'll probably say taking breaks. Taking breaks, learning easy stuff in the middle of your break. So we got percentage equals, oh yes, that's crazy. I didn't know if you hovered over it. Oh, I guess it only shows that because this one just shows number. What the hell? What the hell does that mean? So it says percentage. Now, if you log percentage, you should see the value in the console of this. All right, let's see if I did that right. So console.log percentage. Let's see if I ended up doing this right. Open this up. And then we can inspect. Let me see. Console. It says 7719. Oops. Where'd it go? Oh, 7719. Yes. All right, we did that correct. So we're understanding what the hell's going on here. We are understanding. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button, man. We are trying to learn some JavaScript so we can eventually get some certifications. We can become a web developer. So take a few minutes to keep playing around with the various things. No, I'm not doing that. So go through the following articles to deepen your knowledge. How long have I been on stream? It says 40 minutes. So the W3 Schools lesson on JavaScript arithmetic, followed by this on JavaScript's numbers, or good instructions to what you can accomplish with numbers in JavaScript. So this MDM article, JavaScript math, covers the same. Okay. So read through and code along with the article on JavaScript operators. Don't forget to do the tasks at the bottom of the page. So this is like my homework. Is this like my homework for the day? I think so. I think I am going to be taking it, this slow, to be honest. So they want me to read up on this. So variable naming, camel case. Okay, yeah, so we're going to end up reading on that. They want me to do a W3 school lesson on JavaScript arithmetic, followed by this JavaScript numbers. Are good introductions to what you can accomplish with numbers in JavaScript. So that's good. I actually like what they're doing here. They got an MDM article for math. I'm gonna open that up. And then read through this article on JavaScript operators. So this is pretty damn cool, bro. I love the Odin Project. And then we got a knowledge check down here. So I'm gonna make sure I end up getting all this knowledge. I think I know a good amount about variables, but at the same time, what if I don't? what if I do end up learning something new, and then how you have arithmetic here, JavaScript numbers. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to read up on the variables, which I think was this one. Let me try to put it in order, because I don't know why I threw it out of order. Then we're going to go to arithmetic, we're going to go into numbers, we're going to go into JavaScript basic math, and then I think that last one, the operators, stays there. So let's end up getting into everything that they basically told me to get into. So we're going to start here. Hold on real quick. My bad. Oh, I realized I can't even see. I want to kind of cut out that. Or actually, yeah, I want to cut out this. But then now that part looks crazy. Maybe I should cut. No. I wish there was like an undo button, low key. Let me see what it looks like. Actually, hold on. Let me get back in there. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide this now, and we're gonna move this one above it. Give me a second. Where the hell did it move to? So we need to move this above it so it could display first. And that is my display. Wait a second, what the hell? Why does this look funny now? Because this is what I've always been using. Screen capture. Yeah, I don't know why the hell that looks funny. Oh, probably because of the thing in the and behind it. So display screen, we're just gonna make that tiny for now. And then probably lower this. My bad, y'all. My bad. Okay. So now we're here. We probably shouldn't be getting into going back to visual code just yet. So make sure to end up hitting that sub button, man. We are learning JavaScript from scratch. This is definitely a hard and difficult journey. Subscribe it up. We are trying to get this certification. So it says there are 2 limitations on variables names in JavaScript. So the name must only contain, okay, so there's limitations. So let's put variable limitations in my notes. Variable limitations. And it says that number 1, it must contain, I cannot wait to get my second camera, man. That's why y'all gotta subscribe it up. When I get to 1,000 subs, I'll get a second camera. So it says the name must consist, or must contain, I'll say only letters, digits, and symbols. Oh, okay, so I didn't know that. Digits and symbols. But what can it not contain? Which could be like a $sign and an underscore. Okay. And then number 2 is the first character must not be a digit. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. The first character must not be a digit. That is insane. Must not be a digit. I like that. So examples of valid names. You got let username, let test 1, 2, 3. When the name contains multiple words, camel case is commonly used. Okay, so 3. When name contains multiple words, camel case is used. Multiple words. Hopefully I look back at these notes. Imagine I didn't. Camel case is used. So that is words go one after another. Each word except finding starting with the capital letter, my very long name. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button. Our goal is to become a web developer. So we are learning JavaScript from scratch to try and become a web developer, which I know a good amount of it so far. But, you know, we're just going to take a little bit of notes of the things that seem to be standing out, things that seem to be new. So they're talking, oh, I thought they were talking about like the values. So never mind. We're talking about what the hell we're declaring here. We're talking about literally the variables. So 1A would work. Oh, no, it wouldn't work because you can't start with a digit. And it says hyphens are not allowed. Okay. Okay. Oh, you could straight up do an underscore. That's crazy. And a $sign. Okay, that's insane. So is it possible to use any other language? Non-Latin letters are allowed but not recommended. So reversed names, there is a list of reverse words which cannot be used as variable names because they are used by language itself. So, for example, let class, return, and function are reserved. An assignment without use strict. Normally we need to define a variable before using it, but in the old times it was technically possible to create the variable by a mere assignment of the value without using let. So this works with, oh, wow, so no use strict. So you could just do number equals 5 and that works. Num is created if it didn't exist. Oh, okay. What happens if I click it? Oh, okay. whatever. Oh, it was telling me what the answer was. So this is bad practice and would cause an error. Oh, okay, so it's showing us what not to do. To declare a constant, I feel like we basically just got all up in this. So talking about variables, there's one more extremely important thing. A variable name should have a clean, obvious meaning. Okay, perfect, perfect. And that's something I wouldn't probably have known. I would have had to found out like later. So variables need a clear, obvious meaning name. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Describing exactly basically what is stored. So describing what is stored in its name itself. In its name itself. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button, bro. What am I doing? In its name itself. Bammers. It says variable naming is one of the most important and complex skills in programming, so a glance at variable names can reveal which code is written. I like that. I like that. So use human readable names like username, shopping cart. Okay, that's good. This is good to know. If I want to ever come back to this when I'm stuck trying to make names. So we can declare variables to store data with this. Yeah, we already got into that. Oh damn, so we got tasks here to do too. That's crazy. This is like them giving me homework for real. So we got working with variables. So declare two variables, admin and name. Assign the value John to name. Copy the value from name to admin. And then show the value of admin using alert, but must output John. What? Oh, I think I know exactly what that's saying. So I guess we need to eventually get into that. Giving the right name. So then create a variable with the name of our planet. How would you name such a variable? Oh, I wonder. The name of our planet. So then create a variable to store the name of the current visitor to the website. How would you name that? So, oh, that's different. Current visitor, I probably just name it visitor. Visitor or current visitor. Uppercase const. I feel like for this one, I don't really want to go through it. Am I right? Yeah, so the name will be current visitor. This would be Earth. So, oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I just realized what it meant. I'm thinking like the value, but I need to think of the variable. Stop thinking of the value. And then you got const here doing all this. So let's end up tackling these tasks. Let me switch back to my camera where y'all could see my display screen. So we're going to end up tackling these tasks out here because that's what they want me to do with the Odin Project. And this might just end up helping me with stuff that I do not know. So let's jump back over. Oh my gosh, my eye hurts so bad, bro. So they want me to declare two variables, admin and name. So, but do they want me to do const? I don't care. Admin and then let name. Now I'm not sure what they want us to name these. So assign name the value of John. I think I need to put it in a string. Right? Or no? Do I need to put it in a string? And then copy the value from name to admin. So then we're going to do, I'm assuming we're doing name. I think. I'm not sure what that meant, unless they mean put John there too. Then copy the value from name to admin, show, it says copy the value from name. So maybe I just do John again? I don't know, I'm confused by that one. Then show the value of admin using alert. So then we would have to do, alert, close these out, which I'm alerting admin. So we're going admin. I feel like I messed that up. Oh, it just says John. Oh yeah, that's the point. And come now. I guess that's the point. Let's see the solution. Oh, so it was supposed to be name. I should have just went with my gut. Oh, they wanted me to declare it at once. That did not look like that's what they wanted. That was definitely not what they wanted. I don't care what they say. Alright, so then let's do name like that. Would that work? It still says John, but it crosses out name. They did not make it seem like that's what they wanted. Oh, you can edit the code? Oh, it's dope as hell. Alright, anyway. On to the next one. Create this variable our planet. Okay, we got this one. So we're going to erase everything. We're going to go let our planet. And how would you name this variable? I'll probably just call it our planet. And then we'll call this. I don't remember if I need to do quotes. I feel like you do. I'm not sure. I'm not sure you're supposed to do quotes for like name. Then create a variable to store the name of a current visitor. So then I would say current visitor, and then we'll equal, does it have a value? How would you name the variable? Probably give it a value of visitor. Okay, sorry, I don't know why I'm saying it like that. So go to the solution. So they did our planet name. I think our planet is fine. So I think I got that. Then they did Earth, and current username equals John. I misthought that. Alright, and lastly we got, it says, are you doing this just for fun or do you want to pursue a career? I'm doing this not to pursue like a full blown career, but I'm doing this to pursue a side hustle, like freelance work. I want to make websites for people, but I see it more as like a side hustle while I'm working a different job. Possibly the goal is to make it my full job, but I know it definitely is going to take time. So as of right now, I'm doing it as a side hustle. 100% as a side hustle. I just want to make a couple extra bucks. If you guys are new here, man, make sure y'all end up hitting that subscribe button. Join me on this journey as I begin to learn some JavaScript. So examine the following code. So you got const birthday, const age. Here we have a const birthday for the date and also the age. The age is calculated from birthday using some code, which means a function cell that we didn't explain yet. We'll assume, but the details don't matter here. The point is that age is calculated somehow based on the birthday. Would it be right to use uppercase for birthday, or for age, or for even both? I would say no. We generally use uppercase for constants that are hard-coded. So in other words, when the value is known prior to execution, in this code, birthday is exactly like that. So you could use uppercase. So in contrast, age is evaluated in runtime. Today we have one age. A year after we'll have another one. It's a constant in a sense that it does not change through the code execution, but it's a bit less of a constant than birthday. So it is calculated. So we should keep it lowercase. Oh my goodness, I never knew that. But I personally would not do this. I wonder, I'm so confused. So in this code, birthday is exactly that. So since it's hard-coded, you can uppercase. I don't even want to take a note of that because that would just confuse me. That would literally just confuse me. Okay, so we ended up getting this part down. Even though we kind of messed up on the task, I'll probably come back and do these tasks again. I think I only messed up like a few points in here. It's not too bad, but we completed the task. So finally, let's exit this out. So now we are here with JavaScript arithmetic. There should be some things that they should be teaching us. So they got addition, multiplication. Oh, I didn't even know that this was an exponent. You got divide, modulus, remainder, plus as an increment, minus as a how do you say that? Decrement? Not too sure. Arithmetic operations. A typical arithmetic operation operates on two numbers. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 750 subscribers. The more that I learn here, the closer I get to receiving my certification in JavaScript. So let x equal 100 plus 50. Try it myself. I didn't have to try anything. They just did it. That was crazy. Damn, my eye hurts so bad, bro. I feel like there's something in my eye, and it's straight up just scratching it every time I blink. I swear. So example, let x equal a plus b. But if a plus b equals x, but a, I was like, a is not declared, but never mind, it is declared. Okay. So I guess we're just continuing from up here. Or expressions, let x equal 100 plus 50 equals times a. That would be 150 times 150, right? Because a, or what the hell is a? Or I think a is 100. I'm not sure. Oh, so that's all they really wanted me to do. Well, I guess I could mess around in here, so that'd be 450, right? Because A is 3. So what if A is 100? Wow, this is so cool. This is so cool. So what if I declared let B equal 100 as well? And then I do A times B. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. I understand. Now can we move forward? On to the next. I feel like I already understand the multiplication part. So it's JavaScript numbers. I'm probably going to get into this maybe tomorrow, because I do got to end up actually getting off of stream. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up streaming it like this again, though. I'm not sure. We'll have to end up seeing how I do it, because this is my first time streaming with, JavaScript being the goal here. Let me put that above. And I think everything looks pretty good up here. We're going to try and delete this. So display capture. And then we're going to delete this screen capture. Some like this. Some light. Let me try and open that up a little bit more. Probably close that more down. Some like here. Okay. But alright, y'all. We are coming more towards the end of this stream. Now, I know that it's kind of difficult to be like entertained while someone is learning. That's why I was hoping that, as I was learning, people would just end up learning with me. But I'm thinking that maybe I should, I'm trying to think for these lives now. Maybe it could have been the title. But the stream didn't end up doing bad. The stream was actually pretty good. But I'm thinking maybe the title could have been thrown off a little bit. But I'm not too sure. Oh, damn. Hold on real quick. It's crazy. Okay. Make sure. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say my little outro thing. I've been learning how to code for 3 months, and I've been documenting the journey ever since. If you look back at my video, I even had my first video, which was day 0, before I even ended up having a laptop yet. So that was pretty damn sick. And if y'all want to catch up, I have a barbershop client series, which is me just making websites for clients, which is so super dope. It's supposed to give me some practice. I think anybody pursuing web development should be doing that as well. Give yourself some practice on dealing with clients, right? Just so, because you eventually are going to end up dealing with clients. Sorry, my eye looks super red. Don't know what the hell is happening. It just hurts super damn bad. But yeah, so make sure y'all end up tuning in to my actual channel. It is pretty damn dope there. Also, too, as well, I live stream every single day, so you'll never miss any type of content from me. I go live every single day. Currently, I'm learning JavaScript, relearning JavaScript, so that I could end up getting my JavaScript certification. So it's going to be pretty damn lit. So come join me with this journey. We are trying to, as the title says, become a web developer live. So, hey, let's do it. Let's become a web developer live, man. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be great. I'm so thankful for y'all supporters. I'm thankful for y'all comments. Y'all comments are what keeps me pushing, keep me going, keeps these lives popping. That is amazing. Thank y'all so much. I just ended up receiving my certification in responsive web design, which has been great as well. Received it in responsive web design, which I'm very happy about. So, hey. So now we're doing the Odin Project. Yes, the Odin Project. We've been doing that. And it's been super, super great. Did I say free code camp? But I'm trying to learn with the Odin Project, and I think I could already feel that it's teaching a little bit better than free code camp was. I think I'm only like 2 lessons or 2 things down in free code camp, but eventually we are going to hop into that so we can get the JavaScript certification, which is going to be super, super dope. If any of y'all have any questions, ask away. If you're new here still, hit that sub button. Join me on this journey. It is pretty damn lit here. We are, just trying to learn. Trying to do the same thing that most of y'all are trying to do, get a career or freelance work, side hustle. I honestly think everybody should be pursuing it as a side hustle first. And so you could get that experience, and when you apply to these jobs, it shows that you've been basically working. Sorry, my eyes hurt so bad. Super, super damn bad. So if y'all got any questions, man, hit them, let them out. I will answer. Oh, I gotta see this real quick. But make sure y'all end up subscribing, man. Join me on this journey. This journey has been a blast. It's been super, super damn fun. No one got no questions, and we could probably just end it right here. I'm going to try to think of ways to make this a little bit more entertaining, because normally when it does come to these live streams. And I know me taking notes and learning probably isn't going to be as interesting as when I'm actually working towards like a specific goal, like getting the certification. Because, normally when I live stream, I end up getting like around 5 to 10 subscribers. I think only this live stream, I think I only got 2, which is okay. Thank y'all for subscribing. But that is obviously smaller than what I normally get. So that clearly probably means that this probably wasn't as entertaining as it could have been. So I'm probably going to try and see if there's a way for me to improve on that. If not, that is okay, because this is currently the route that we need to be going. But I have so much content that I need to film today. I need to film a bunch of TikTok videos. So I'm probably gonna have a vlog today, but it's gonna be a bunch of TikTok videos for my, breaking down websites, because that ends up getting good views, some subscribers as well. And then I need to make videos for my barbershop episode, but that I'm probably gonna film those tomorrow. I need to film a video specifically for tonight about me receiving my certification, which is gonna be pretty lit. And yeah, this is a bunch of content coming out today and tomorrow that are content that I need to record for throughout the week that is honestly going to be truly, truly insane. But thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for sticking with me, man. Y'all have been dope. Y'all have been amazing. I will be seeing y'all later. Deuces.